I know it's a longer story, but just,
Yeah, I mean,
whatever you can share.
It's kind of bigger than boxing, I guess you could say, because like the history and like everything that like went on. It's hard to even speak on it just because of the fact that we gotta fight. So at the end of the day,
you feel that's gonna happen?
Yeah, I know it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm the best, he the best. So when you got two guys that's the best, how can you not fight? Only way you could not fight if one of them guys ain't like that and somebody go off to lose or somebody take it.
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only winning basketball and football.
Shakur Stevenson went after Gervonta Davis, delivering sharp comments about his own ability and readiness to face the champion. He made it clear that he believes Davis has no plans to fight him. According to Stevenson, Davis is intentionally staying away from the matchup, suggesting it's because of the threat posed by his skill set and preparation. That he also highlighted that, regardless of the ongoing conversation surrounding a potential clash, Davis is not expected to accept the fight in the near future. Stevenson added that with Davis reportedly set to retire next year, the possibility of the two ever meeting in the ring now appears very unlikely.
Question before I go, why not fight Tank at 135?
Tank ain't gonna fight him, man. He not gonna fight him.
You gotta realize with Tank, he on that other side where he's gonna, act
Take
like
all the cupcakes. Now let's say it.
Man, I'm quite sure.
Look,
So you saying he don't want to put that record up?
Look,
Shady. Hey, Shady, I know Tank.
Man.
I know Tank, Shady.
I know Tank too.
Let him talk. Go ahead.
Hey, I know Tank too, and I know for a fact at the end of the day, like, he is not jumping into no fight with me. Like, that's a whole different type of atmosphere. That's not like fighting. I'm saying.
So basically, you telling me Tank scared?
I ain't gonna say the man scared. I'm just saying for a fact.
So what
I know he not jumping in the ring with me. Off with experience. He let him waste his energy, gassed him out, and then round 8, okay, it's time to go home.
When would you like to see that fight happen?
Whenever. I think that I'm ready for it, he ready for it, we both in our primes. It can happen next, it can happen next year, it can happen whenever he say, let's fight, that's when it's gonna happen.
I see you online with his coach and stuff, like, why you doing that, bro? Why you being there with him? You knew him from when you were younger?
I knew all they coaches. Let's see, I don't have like no real beef, like it ain't no like, you feel me, like however they take it, they can take it, but I don't got like no real beef with like his coaching. I knew them since back in the day, like we got a certain relationship. Now it's like, they just be, I guess, trolling and stuff, so I just troll.
Gervonta Davis has recently revealed that he intends to step away from boxing in 2025, signaling that the final chapter of his career may be approaching. Before that, he is scheduled to make the second defense of his title on March 1st, where he will face Lamont Roach J. At the same time. Shakur Stevenson is preparing for his own return, set to fight Floyd Schofield on February 22nd. That bout will take place on the undercard of the Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol rematch event. Even though a fight between Davis and Stevenson remains uncertain, the tension between them hasn't cooled. Both fighters continue to trade verbal shots, showing they're more than willing to take digs at each other whenever the opportunity arises.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight, you're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm a winner, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
During a recent press conference, Gervonta Davis addressed suggestions that he might be avoiding Shakur Stevenson. He quickly dismissed the idea, responding with disbelief and questioning what there would be to fear. Davis explained that fighters typically worry about opponents known for knockout strength, something he implied Stevenson does not possess. He also took aim at Stevenson's defensive approach, indicating that he doesn't view that style as dangerous. The WBA lightweight champion made it clear he does not consider Stevenson a serious threat.
What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
Y'all
might
keep
be
saying his
afraid?
name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Gervonta "Tank" Davis, known for his knockout power and natural ability, recently opened up about a deeply personal challenge. He admitted that while he feels the need for therapy, he worries it could affect the intensity that drives him in the ring. This reveals an internal struggle between seeking personal healing and preserving the mindset that has contributed to his success in boxing. In addition, Davis shared uncertainty about continuing his career, indicating that he may not see himself fighting again. His comments quickly sparked reactions across the boxing world, raising questions about what lies ahead for him.
Yo, I tip my cap to Tank Davis. Listen to what he's about to say when asked about his comments earlier, why he wants to retire after 2025. I salute you, Tank, man. This is the realest thing I've heard from a boxer in a long time. Let me know your thoughts, guys.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have two daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things.
Shakur Stevenson spoke about a potential matchup with Gervonta "Tank" Davis, pointing out the clear difference in how they operate inside the ring. He explained that Davis brings natural knockout power, while his own strength lies in sharp vision and the ability to anticipate incoming punches and avoid them. Stevenson showed strong belief in his defensive awareness, which contrasts with Davis's emphasis on power. This difference in approach creates a compelling stylistic matchup that continues to spark discussion among fans.
Face of boxing, and he get a lot of knockouts that people kind of making it like, if you ain't doing what Tank doing, then they gonna say it's boring. Do you feel like it's because of how his style is that they kind of putting that on you, like wanting you to do that?
People is blessed with different ability. He's blessed with a God-given ability that he crack you 9 times out of 10, you gonna go down. That's his ability. I'm blessed with God-given eyes. A lot of people don't understand how good my eyes is. I can see really good, like punches come my way, I know how to get away from them at any given time. Our abilities are just different, so they probably are judging me from a scale of him, but at the end of the day, he's a great fighter. He's a special fighter, but I'm special in my own.
Even though no official bout has been arranged, Shakur Stevenson has made it clear he's open to facing Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He expressed that he would be fully willing to take the fight if the opportunity comes. This readiness highlights Stevenson's confidence and determination, adding more excitement to the ongoing discussions. Fans continue to speculate, hoping that this highly anticipated matchup could eventually become a reality.
Has there been any talks with Tank's team?
They reached out, but we told them to come back with an offer. And as far as that, we ain't hear nothing since then. Me and him fighting each other, we'll seal the deal on the kings of that division, the kings of this era, the kings of everything. So, like I've been saying it for years. The moment is gonna come, and when it happens, I'll be ready.
Why does Shakur Stevenson beat Gervonta Davis?
Because that I'm a better, I master the art of hitting and not getting hit, and he will be the person that will have to change up his style. He can't go out there and box and lose rounds. He will have to change up his style and just become full blast aggressor to try to have a chance in.
Further intensifying the situation, Floyd Mayweather publicly took aim at Shakur Stevenson, casting doubt on his resume and referring to him as inexperienced. He questioned the level of opposition Stevenson has faced, suggesting that his track record doesn't yet place him among the elite. This criticism stands in clear contrast to Stevenson's own stance, where he has implied that Gervonta "Tank" Davis is avoiding him. The opposing viewpoints add another layer to the tension, building a storyline shaped by doubt, confidence, and ongoing back and forth between both sides.
At the top of this damn tweet, they say, who has Shakur fought that made him an A-level star? Who did he beat? I will wait. Basically, they saying everybody, they be nut hugging with Shakur, but why? What has Shakur done to make people say, damn, that's an A-level type fighter? Since 10 knockouts and brittle hands, kid is going to be whipping your... Shakur, you know you're not like that. You entered the pro scene as a second place Olympic champion. Damn, When did you fight anyone elite? Did you win gold like Oscar? Damn. Top Rank did good marketing you like you're the guy. Then they realized you weren't worth the investment. Well, damn. Shakur is all hype. His last fight, Arden, was 12-1. We are 18-0. Stop capping, Shakur. You already know. And the new. Are you going to fake injury, Shakir? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the quote from Floyd's dad. I remember watching a video where Floyd's dad was popping that shit. And I do mean hot shit, because Floyd's dad, he kind of talked zesty. But it is what it is. A man can't control his voice. But yeah, bro, what do y'all think about this? Personally, I think that they're trying to be competitive. When you're competing with somebody, you're not supposed to kiss somebody's ass. You're supposed to degrade them in your mind. That way you could beat them in a fight. And I mean, you're not supposed to be like, oh, Shakur, he's the best. He did this, he did that. I don't know how we're gonna win this. Nah, you gotta talk about him like he ain't shit. That way you can go out there and you can treat him like...
Calvin Ford, Gervonta Tank Davis's coach, spoke about their connection and the independence Davis has developed over time. Ford explained that Davis makes his own choices, emphasizing that he allows him the space to grow as an individual. At the same time, he made clear that he's always available whenever guidance or support is needed, that he also stressed that their relationship goes beyond financial interests, highlighting a strong foundation of trust and respect. Ford's comments suggest that the decisions Davis makes about his career are driven by personal values rather than just money.
Do you avoid stuff like that with Tank? Because I always feel like when money comes in, sometimes things change.
Man, Tank is a different situation. You know, Tank is his own man, and one thing about me, I let him be his own man.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, when he need me, I'm there for him.
Right.
It's bigger than the money. I don't let the money get, because I tell him in a minute, I can walk away from this shit. My shit's still gonna be all right. I've built shit.
Right.
Ain't nobody bought boxing to me. And people know that. You know what I'm saying? I do it because of love of it. How would I sit there and say? The passion that I have of seeing a young kid come to me. I got a lot of them coming behind.
Right,
and Tank
you do.
know it.
We gonna get to them. We got Truck, we got a couple of them.
And I don't get into that, but Tank is that guy because the relationship my son and him had.
Yeah.
And my son said something to me, stay in this boy's life. And I don't know what my son said to him because he stayed on my hip. Now I'm on his hip.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And we have our good moments, we have our bad moments, but we love each other. True love, you know what I'm saying? He get on me because I'm trying to bring the best out of him. You know what I'm saying? And then when he sit back and look at me, he start laughing, right?
Yeah.
And then when he do things, I sit there and say, Dad, I can't get mad because that's shit I used to do.
Steven Espinoza, a well-known figure in boxing management, spoke about key fights in Gervonta Tank Davis's career that never came together, including some highly anticipated matchups. He mentioned that a bout with Vasily Lomachenko was close to being finalized before it ultimately fell through when Lomachenko withdrew. Espinoza also touched on discussions involving Shakur Stevenson, explaining that Stevenson was interested in securing a multi-fight agreement instead of a single matchup with Davis. According to him, these circumstances played a role in preventing the fight from happening, leaving fans wondering about a showdown that never took place.
Tank fight, man. Obviously you think it's a very good fight with Lamont Roach, but just from the public, can you understand why the public is just like, bruh, fight somebody else, fight somebody quote unquote better, just from the public standpoint? Can you understand that?
Yeah, I certainly get it. You know, and people have a short memory. They tend to forget that, you know, he was very close to fighting Lomachenko, and then Lomachenko pulled out. And there were discussions with Shakur. Shakur wanted a multi-fight deal. He didn't want to do a one-fight deal to fight Tank. So, you know, that doesn't happen. Now, we could revisit Shakur in the future. But it wasn't like, you know, somebody just pulled out a dartboard and threw a dart at Lamont Roach's name. He explored two of the best names in the division. And then candidly, and with no disrespect to anybody in the 35-pound division, it's not a real deep division. You know, once you get past a few guys at
The host of Showbiz The Adult shared his perspective on Gervonta Tank Davis's mindset, rejecting the idea that money is what drives him. He pointed out that Davis has already been financially successful for a long time, so wealth isn't the main reason he continues to compete. And he also added that if Davis chooses to step away from boxing after 2025, there's a possibility he could feel unfulfilled afterward, suggesting that his connection to the sport runs deeper than financial gain.
He doesn't have to fight for the rest of his life.
He's been rich years ago. But that's not why they do it. You think that's why they do it, but that's not why they do it. And Gervonta Tank Davis, if he retires after 2025, he's going to be unsatisfied and depressed. But Gervonta Lomachenko retired and backed out. He couldn't get that fight with Shakur Stevenson, right? They don't want him to go to 140 because, hey, man, you had a hard fight at 140. That's what he needs.
Perspective highlights a deeper and more complicated view of Gervonta Tank Davis's path in boxing, pointing to the emotional weight that could come with stepping away from a sport. It suggests that retiring without achieving certain goals, such as a potential bout with Shakur Stevenson, might leave a sense of unfinished business.
So in my previous video, a lot of y'all said that Shakur can outbox Tank. Now, look, I'm not taking nothing away from Shakur. I understand people say he can't be touched and things like that, but when you look at how he fights, he don't dip shit. He just backs up. He just literally like kind of just jumps out the way. Eventually, he's going to do what Frank did and back his ass corner. He's going to get his lights cut off like he didn't play the electric. And like I told y'all in my other video, bro, he's going to get it the worst because after every fight, he's taunting Tank like, hey, man, you got somebody right here that want to fight you, bro. We got real beef right here. Come on, you know, like, let's fight. He's literally asking for the ass whooping. That's why I said Tank is going to make an example out of him. Tank is going to make an example out of him, bro, because he keeps asking for it and going on, you know, social media, doing these interviews, throwing little shots and shit. Buddy, we all know why you want to fight. Tank's a face of boxing. You want the experience. Then once you get in the ring with him, it's like, bro, I fought the best of the best. Now I can whoop your to a random boxer. And you definitely can't have a chin because you don't get hit for real because you run. So I'm going to tell you right now, the fact that you don't have a chin, look, I'm going to tell you right now, you better tuck that motherfucker because you saw what happened to Frank.
Shakur Stevenson reflected on what a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis could mean for the division, suggesting it would elevate both of them to the very top. He expressed strong confidence in his abilities, stating that his skill set allows him to adapt to any style and still come out on top.
The crop that everyone talks about, the American stars at the moment, do you think you two are the best?
I've been saying that for years, that it was going to come down to 1 and 2, and me and him fighting each other. We'll seal the deal on the kings of that division, the kings of this era, the kings of everything. So like I've been saying it for years. The moment is gonna come, and when it happens, I'll be ready.
Why does Shakur Stevenson beat Gervonta Davis?
Because that I'm a better skilled boxer. I mastered the art of hitting and not getting hit. He will be the person that will have to change up his style. He can't go out there and box and lose rounds. He will have to change up his style and just become full blast aggressor to try to have a chance in winning a fight, in my opinion. But he's a hell of a fighter. I don't take none away from him. A hell of a boxer. We are the best.
Would you say you're the most adaptable fighter in any weight class, pound for pound?
Yeah, I think that I'm the most adaptable fighter just because I can go against any style and come out victorious.
Supporters of Gervonta Tank Davis have clear views on how his career should unfold, especially as he nears the possibility of retirement. Many believe he should take on defining matchups to solidify his legacy before stepping away from the sport. A common expectation among fans is to see him continue his dominance at 130 pounds and later test himself at 140 pounds. They feel that succeeding across these weight classes would further secure his standing in boxing history.
If Gervonta Davis wants to become great in boxing, if he wants to be a Hall of Famer, this is what he has to do. I'm not exactly saying he has to do it. If he doesn't really care about the legacy, if he just cares about the money, then he can do whatever he wants, you know. He's his own man. But as a boxing fan, the best way for him to end his career is if he tries and succeeds at going undisputed at 135. He moves up to 140 pounds. And I do not want to hear Tank is too small. I do not want to hear, he's not comfortable at 140. He doesn't have to be 140 pounds. He can be 137 for all I care.
The idea of a fight between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta "Tank" Davis continues to fuel constant debate among fans and analysts. A portion of the boxing community believes Davis would have the edge, pointing to his punching power and overall ability as key advantages. Those supporters argue that these strengths could allow him to control the fight and potentially overpower Stevenson inside the ring.
Stevenson, Shakur might have better defense, but at the end of the day, I still think we haven't seen the best Tank Davis. That's what people always power. We still haven't seen the best Tank Davis. And Shakur, for the most part, he comes forward. Tank Davis, all he takes is one shot. He's a very patient fighter. He doesn't throw a lot of shots, but every shot he throws,
At the same time, others see the matchup as too close to call, emphasizing that both fighters offer distinct advantages. They believe each man's style would test the other throughout the contest, making it a highly competitive and unpredictable fight.
Why do you think people say that Shakur Stevenson then is the next big thing in the sport?
For one, I really think the fans don't really see nobody beating Shakur. When people bring up him and Tank, when I see and I go read like little stuff about it, they really be debating. It don't be like, oh, Tank is gonna destroy this guy and everybody is saying it. No, that shit real debates. Like, no, this Shakur, this, that. And then not only that, now you see Shakur moving up in weight, he's filling out, he's dropping this dude. He went crazy that last fight. That last fight was like kind of crazy. You go back and watch, that was crazy, so now I think people is getting another insight on Shakur, like, nah, this kid, he been kicking that for a long time now. This kid probably really is the real deal. You feel what I'm saying? He getting his just due. At this point, I really think it's just about giving him that one example. That one real name, that one person that can go 100 miles per hour with him from round 1 to round 12. A new generation.
Amid the ongoing discussions, a host from the Inside Boxing podcast shared his perspective, voicing strong belief in Shakur Stevenson's chances. He stated that Stevenson has what it takes to defeat Gervonta "Tank" Davis, pointing specifically to his high-level technique as a major advantage.
Watch, pay attention, and take notes on this. I'm gonna get the job done. I'm coming out on top regardless. Make sure y'all take notes on that. And when I got in the ring, like, I knew, I'm like, okay. As the fight started going, I'm thinking, okay, let me figure him out. Once I figured it out, I'm like, oh yeah, we good. Yeah, we good. Nothing to worry about, we good. Let's go home, victory, we'll perform the next time.
That's what people don't understand. You look at a person that is undefeated, like a real winner. I ain't saying somebody with a padded record that fought a bunch of regular dudes. I'm saying a fighter who fight 2-3 times a year, maybe once a year at a certain point. Like, it's gonna be nice that you show up.
Yeah.
You do not feel like fighting tonight. You don't feel great. You don't feel amazing.
Yeah.
Can you still win even though everything isn't perfect?
Yeah.
Everybody, you look at any champion, you name me one champion in the history of boxing that went out there and looked amazing every fight and won. It don't happen.
Yeah.
So I respect it. I respect somebody that can win when they feel good and that can win when they don't. And you, again, as somebody, you kind of remind me of myself in terms of like...
He went on to commend Stevenson's versatility, suggesting that his ability to adjust in the ring will carry him a long way and lead to sustained success, whether or not he ever faces Gervonta "Tank" Davis. With Davis recently hinting at retirement, the chances of this long-discussed matchup happening appear to be fading. It leaves an open question. Will this rivalry ever be decided inside the ring, or will it remain one of boxing's most talked about unanswered matchups?
It's a mob mentality. That's how Twitter works in every aspect of Twitter, not just boxing Twitter. It's a mob mentality. So right now, the cool thing to say is that Shakur is ass. Shakur is trash. He can't hang with any Haney. He can't even hang with Tank. Yes, he can. Like, I need to see him versus Tank. I need to see that because he can beat them.
People,
he will. He can.
The thing about defense is it's so nuanced, and it takes such a trained eye. We've been in the sport for a very long time. We understand what Shakur is and how he is able to beat. That's why we can say that he can beat these guys. Dan, did you see what Lomachenko said? Is this true? I don't know if this...
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.